Hi, St. Paul Elementary School. It's Mr. Underwood, and we've made it to Wednesday on the last week of school. I'm glad you made it back with me today. Let's see what's special about today. Why, it's Cellophane Tape Day. You know what cellophane tape is? Yeah, Scotch tape. It's National Senior Health Day. It's National Grape Popsicle Day. So, fun story, my son went to have his shots yesterday at the doctor's, and I told him he was getting popsicles in his legs. It's Old Time Player Piano Day. So, you know that old time player piano you've got up in the attic? It's time to get it down and play it. It's Sunscreen Protection Day, also known as Sunscreen Day. So, why do we have a day just for sunscreen? Because it's almost summertime and your skin needs to be protected from UV radiation. What is sunscreen and UV radiation and how does it work? Watch this.
The sun produces ultraviolet radiation in the form of ionizing radiation called ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B rays. UV radiation is actually beneficial in the creation of vitamin D, but too much of it can cause health risks. Sunscreen works by blocking and absorbing UV rays through a combination of physical and chemical particles. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide in sunscreen help to reflect UV radiation from the skin. Other chemical ingredients in sunscreen react with radiation before it penetrates the skin, absorbing the UV rays and releasing that energy as heat. Sun protection factor, or SPF, is not how well the sunscreen protects you. It's actually how much longer it takes for the ultraviolet B rays to redden the skin. So an SPF of 15 will take 15 times longer for the skin to burn.
See, it's actually a pretty important thing to wear when you're out and about during the summertime, even on cloudy days. What else is today? Well, it's Nothing to Fear Day. So what is Nothing to Fear Day? Nothing to Fear Day is a day when we should celebrate trying to get over certain fears, or at least being aware of our fears. What's this?
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
It's Nothing to Fear Day, and fear is just a survival response. But what exactly is fear? Well, the definition of fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or it's a threat. Franklin Roosevelt gave a speech on May 27, 1941, declaring that fear was something not to be afraid of, that eventually America would have to enter World War II to defend itself. The immediate threat of harm helps you to focus your attention. It helps us realize danger. The universal function of fear actually is for us to avoid harm to ourselves. It's a basic human emotion that helps protect us. Sometimes fear can be fun, especially if you know deep down that you're still in control of the situation. If you're afraid, but you know you're safe, then this acts as a protective frame that might help you build a sense of confidence and resilience. This will be like riding the rides in an amusement park. Fear ranges from being mild, medium, or intense. Depending on how intense it is, that response that you have to fear is called flight or fight. Whenever you feel like you need to either stand your ground and defend yourself, or you need to run away. Phobias are an intense fear reaction to a particular thing or situation. Fear is such a strong emotional reaction that it can cause some people to have anxiety. Anxiety is really just the thought of a fear. So how do you overcome your fears? It's probably best to start with knowing yourself and knowing what makes you afraid, what makes you anxious. Realize the dangers. Are they real Or are they just imagined? Perhaps keep a diary and write down the things that make you afraid or anxious. Make goals to help yourself with fears. Exercise and relaxation can help a lot. And of course, eating healthier. Doing things with friends and talking with family couldn't hurt either. Start by realizing that fear is a completely natural emotion that everybody experiences in their lifetime. But just remember, you can't actually live your life if you're constantly afraid. Be brave and build yourself up to the things that scare you. You'll probably see that those things aren't so scary after all. And you know what? You might actually have some fun.
So what did you think about that? It's not really a scientific kind of activity we would do, or a mathematical one like the vampire one we did the other day, but I think it's important to try to understand we all have fear. Where does it come from? Is it a realized fear, something that is real for you, or is it something that is all just in your head, and maybe we should try to work through it? I think that's something that's really important, especially with things like the pandemic and COVID and everything. It's kind of important to try to figure out what is a real fear and what is a careful fear, what is a made-up fear, what is a fear that will keep you healthy and safe. So you need to figure those out for yourself. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you for joining me today, and tomorrow is the last day of Mr. Underwood's videos. So I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Everybody take care. Have a good rest of your day.